Today is the 17th of October, 2024. I'm upside down as usual, so I sound completely horrid. This is Venice T Shirts number 2, videoed on the 17th of October, 2024. And I will be shooting these shirts. Many of them are from Emily Winter's collection, and she is in her months and days of leaving the world. And I've been helping Jenny, her eldest daughter, and Cami, her second daughter, to move things along. So I did that with her clothing and many of the shoes and other things, including stained glass windows, 2 of them lead glass, actually, also. Probably from about 1928 at the most. I'll be shooting just come see, come saw, flipping and flipping the shirts. This is the new shirt. This is from March 9th, the opening of the Venice Heritage Museum at Tom Sewell's Main Street Design Center, 228 Main Street, Venice, just north of Rose. Oscar, of course, did the in Hecho Venice t-shirt and printing situation, and this is one of those shirts that I procured on the 14th, actually, when it was open in March, to the people per se versus the opening. I mean, there were many people at the opening. This is regards also especially the $75,000 grant to areas which in Venice at 933 Venice in 1942, when people of Japanese heritage here from a large area here, but were collected in Venice and sent to concentration camps. They were sent to several concentration camps in this state, and of course others throughout the so-called nation of the USA. The monument, which is an obelisk at that corner, took many years and many squanders and squalors of the committee, actually, as well as good things from the committee. So there's an obelisk there at that corner now, in the chaos of that urban corner and the way that things are in these days. I'm going to flip these shirts now. Here's the front of below the neckline of the it says 49th Annual Manzanar Pilgrimage 2018. And these are shirts from the NPR kind of stations. This was in Santa Monica. KCRW, Santa Monica. KPFK, KPPC. Pacifica Radio's KPFK. From long ago, way before NPR. KCRW. Here we are with the Mother Jones shirt. I shall flip it in just a moment. Here. No U.S. war in the Middle East. And apartheid. Hands across the Americas, hands off the Americas. Stop U.S. intervention in El Salvador. These, of course, are much later shirts than the 50s or 60s or 70s. And here's the back of the Mother Jones t-shirt. Here's a t-shirt from 1986 from the Venice Art Walk, which is Linda Lux and others, and of course I it was for the Venice Family Clinic. All of that is extremely dubious. And of course that became big business later with the Venice Design Art, they didn't call it the Venice Design Walk, and the Secret Gardens of Venice tour. That's another shirt there in part, of course. That's just a little bit in the front. There's nothing on the back of these. This shirt is from the Getty, and of course Emily's eldest daughter worked at the Getty in archiving work for quite some years. And so did James, and he still does right now, even mostly with their library, their bookstore, the Getty on the hill, so to speak, of the Sepulveda Pass. Here's the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, which many people from here have gone to for decades. Here is one of the shirts from Spark, Great Walls Unlimited, Social and Public Art Resource Center, which has lots of programs for murals and mural restoration and conservation. And also, Emily worked once or twice with this local as a painter. Besides her own work, my God, Emily Winters, and who designed my Jaya, or the Jaya, or our canal mural, and did her other one, Endangered Species, over at Park Avenue, toward the Oceanfront Walk, and has done many, many, many other things. And, well, including her book. That's in the book things that I've already shot. Although I'll be shooting more for the books things. I haven't put that together yet. A shot of one of the San Francisco Mime Troupe T-shirts, of which I was helpful in my way for decades with the Mime Troupe. And when they were at the Fox Venice with the play The Mother by Brecht, David one night played the son in that, who has no lines, but at the Fox Venice on Lincoln Boulevard, north of California Street, south of Rose. Here are 2 shirts from the Sunset Hall Wants You. This is also, a lot of people from the KPFK, the Pacifica, were involved with this situation, and I think that Ed Pearl lived there for many of his elder years before he left this planet. This is in the first, my T-shirt, so to speak, the first volume video that I did on T-shirts, Venice T-shirts. This is the one from '69. This is Emily's one that she saved. It's in very poor condition. I'm tempted to recycle it, but I don't know. That's also true of these next 2 shirts that are not in great shape, but still, they're here. This was Free Venice Beachhead. This is the color only, and done on the front. And this also came out around the 88th. In 88, around the 20th, but the big one was this one, of course. I have to move these things again. And this is in my collection, as well as I have the original of this '69 shirt. And this is what I had suggested for 1988, for the 20th anniversary. And I have 2 long videos on the collectives of the Beachhead for the 20th anniversary, plus I did many other events in '88 for the 20th. Let me try to flip it over again, because this was the original masthead for the Free Venice Beachhead, and obviously 1988. The first issue was December. It was a monthly production. for most of its entirety. After the major collectives stopped, it didn't always come up once a month, and then there were several years that did not occur. After 27 years. After the 25th, it got very slow, and then it stopped after the 27th for a while, and then Jim Smith rather decided it was his agenda and led it, but he led it for some years, and Eric Alberg has been doing it since. This is the shirt that is incredible, besides the canal shirt and the beachhead shirt. But this is, they used her married name, but actually it's Carol von Diller. Carol von Diller Berman. One of the, among all the many great people here, but a staggering woman, staggering, brilliant intelligence and talents. Not right, not left, but forward. Peace and Freedom Party, of course, of which I am a founder, member. John Hague started it. There's nothing on the back of this. But this was Carol's shirt that we found after her death, when we were cleaning out, of which I was hugely involved, and Emily worked. And her half-sister came out in the latter part of those days to help clear out Carol's place at 5 Rose Avenue. Carol von Diller is just a stunning person. And this was, and anyway, we found it, so the Peace and Freedom Party in 1967, and it got all the petition signatures, and it became a party. One of the reasons I did that myself is because I'm not into this so-called two-party system, and all that may represent. And I wanted more choices. I also became involved later with founding in this state, not in the nation, but in California, which was in part of this nation, the Green Party in California. But I didn't work in other states, just here. Also for more choices and people to vote for. But the election system is so, well, it's just part of government, which the crimes and sins are just constant and rampant. But at the time I thought there would be some alternatives. I am still registered Peace and Freedom. I vote the way I choose to vote, but I generally am not voting for what are considered the powers that be. And that's my choice. I realize it may be a wasted vote, but just like my life, I suppose. That's it for today for the T-shirts.